Here are 5 winter skincare mistakes that are ruining your skin. If your skin looks worse in the winter than in the summer, you're making at least 3 of these 5 mistakes. Mistake number 4 is so common that 90% of my patients do it without realizing they're destroying their skin barrier daily. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Mara Weinstein, a board-certified dermatologist, and winter is the worst season for your skin. But it doesn't have to be. The dry, flaky, irritated skin you're dealing with isn't just cold weather. You're making critical mistakes that are sabotaging your skin all winter long. Mistake number 1. The biggest mistake, using your summer skincare routine in the winter. The problem is that your lightweight gel moisturizer and foaming cleanser that worked so well in July are now stripping your skin in January. Here is a real patient disaster. So I had a teenager that came in with eczema-like patches. She was still using her summer acne routine with salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, a gel moisturizer in the New York winter. Her over-exfoliated skin was creating more breakouts. So here's what you need to do to make the winter switch. Switch to a cream-based cleanser. So something like CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser is a really nice option. For moisturizers, rich creams with ceramides are the way to go. So look to brands like Vanicream, CeraVe, or Neutrogena. Even Aveeno makes a really nice rich moisturizing cream. Now in terms of treatments with actives, try to reduce actives by about 50%. So if you're using retinol 5 times a week, maybe drop to 3 to 4 times a week, or even 2 to 3 times a week. The rule is, if your skin feels tight after cleansing or your moisturizer absorbs instantly, your products are too light. Mistake number 2, hot showers and indoor heating. Now, I know it feels so good, especially when it's so cold outside, but you're literally sucking the life out of your skin with the heat. Hot shower can really wreak havoc on your skin. It strips your natural oils faster than anything. It also disrupts your skin barrier within minutes. It triggers more oil production, causing breakouts. Let me share a patient success story with you. So Mark had severe winter eczema and used to take 20-minute steaming hot showers daily. We dropped the temperature and cut the time to about 5 minutes, and his eczema cleared within 2 weeks. Now, he was also using a really great skincare routine, but just dropping the temperature of the hot water and cutting your time in half can really help speed up that progression of healing on the skin. The indoor heating problem creates a desert-like environment. The humidity drops to about 10 to 15%, and your skin needs about 40 to 60% humidity. Here are some solutions. Take lukewarm showers about 5 to 10 minutes max, especially in the winter. Apply moisturizer within 3 minutes on your damp skin when there's still beads of water that are sort of dripping off the skin. Pat your skin dry. Don't rub it dry completely with your towel. Also, use a humidifier to increase the humidity in your air to about 40 to 50%. Reach for some gentle, non-foaming body washes in the winter that, again, won't strip your moisture barrier. Mistake number 3, skipping your SPF in the winter. Now, the biggest winter UV myth is it's cloudy and I don't need sunscreen. Well, that is completely wrong. Here's the science. So UV rays penetrate through cloud cover. About 80% of UV gets through, and the snow reflects about 80% of UV right back at your face. With sand, it's only about 15%, so you're lucky. Now, if you're a ski family like we are, you have to wear your sunscreen when you go skiing. UVA rays are the ones that cause aging or accelerates aging. You can remember that by the A at the end of the UVA, but they're consistent all year round, no matter the temperature. Now here's a real case. I know a ski instructor that wore SPF on the slopes, but not daily. They developed significant sun damage on the left side of the face from the car commute, and then the snow reflection even amplified that UV damage. Over time, unprotected skin with consistent UV exposure can lead to things like precancers called actinic keratoses and skin cancer like basal cell or squamous cell. And these are things we see all the time in the office, especially from people who work outside or spend their summers or winters outside without adequate UV protection. Now, here are some winter SPF rules. Make sure you use SPF 30 at a minimum daily. Try to reach for a higher SPF if you're going to be around snow consistently, so SPF 50 or higher. Now, don't forget to protect your lips. There are a ton of great SPF lip balms out there, and you can check out the link in my comments for a whole bunch of suggestions on SPF lip balms. Some of my favorite sunscreens are Elta MD UV Clear and also the CeraVe AM Moisturizer with SPF. And of course, the Sunny Side Up Moisturizer from Sincerely Yours. Mistake number 4, over-exfoliating flaky skin. The mistake 90% of people make is scrubbing away winter flakes. We call it the over-exfoliation cycle. Your skin is already compromised from the cold, dry air. And then you add aggressive exfoliation, which strips the healthy cells with the flaky ones. Your skin barrier then becomes more damaged and more compromised, which produces more flakes for protection. Your skin is actually flaking as a means to protect itself. Now, here's a patient disaster that I remember. Sarah used a physical scrub in the morning, glycolic acid nightly, and retinol. Her skin was so raw that she couldn't wear makeup, and it took her 6 weeks for her skin to repair. You want to steer clear of these over-stripping regimens, especially in the winter. Also, using a physical exfoliant can really wreak havoc on your skin, creating micro tears and really damaging your skin barrier. So stick to gentle chemical exfoliants, and again, go down to maybe 1 to 2 times a week if you were doing it more often in the summer. Now, in sum, the right approach is chemical exfoliation only, as I mentioned. Reduce the frequency to 50% in the winter, and use something gentler like lactic acid, which is more gentle than a glycolic acid or a beta hydroxy acid, also known as salicylic acid. Always follow your chemical exfoliation with a rich moisturizer that contains ceramides, glycerin, and lipids. Now, here's a recovery protocol. If your skin is over-exfoliated and just doesn't stop peeling, stop all actives. Use only a gentle cleanser, a hydrating serum, something with hyaluronic acid in it, a rich moisturizer, and of course, your SPF. Do this regimen for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then you can gradually integrate your actives back into your routine. Mistake number 5, ignoring your lips, hands, and your body. Now, everybody focuses on face, but forgets about some of the most vulnerable areas. The lips are most vulnerable, actually. They're 3 to 5 times thinner than facial skin, and there's no oil glands for natural moisture. And they're constantly exposed to the elements. I had a patient who came in because they had developed scaling, non-healing spots on the lips. They turned out to be precancerous lesions that probably developed from skiing all winter without using an SPF lip balm. Next, your hands age the fastest. We're constantly washing our hands, which strips our hands of natural oils and also compromises the skin barrier on the hands. The backs of the hands especially have a bit thinner skin, and it shows sun damage more quickly. That's why a lot of patients come to my office complaining about a creepy texture on the backs of their hands, and also that they can see right through the skin, so they can see all their veins, and they just feel like the volume has depleted in the hands. This can be prevented by protecting your hands from the sun by using SPF daily, again, no matter what time of year, and also investing in some UPF gloves. There are some really nice brands that make UPF gloves that you can wear for driving. They're lightweight and they shouldn't be too hot in the summer, but they might be especially nice in the winter. Now, when it comes to your body, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, apply your moisturizer directly to your damp skin. Don't strip all of the water and moisture from your body after you shower. Keep little droplets of water on the skin while you're applying the moisturizer. That'll just help lock in that hydration. Use rich creams, usually those that come in jars, and not lotions, especially in the winter. Lotions are ones that require pumping, and they're going to be naturally a little bit thinner because they have to be thin enough to move through the pump mechanism. Not to say they're bad, but in the winter, maybe switch to a jar, a little bit thicker of a cream. And make sure you focus on your elbows, knees, and heels. These are places where dry skin builds up particularly, and also places that we totally forget about. Some of my favorite lip balms are the Aquaphor Lip Repair with SPF, and then there's a therapeutic hand cream by CeraVe, as well as Neutrogena makes the Norwegian formula hand cream, which I really love as well. Now let's dive right into the winter routine that actually works. Here's the exact routine for healthy winter skin. In the morning, use a gentle, creamy-based cleanser to avoid stripping your natural moisture barrier. Follow up with a hydrating serum with hyaluronic acid, and then reach for a rich moisturizer with ceramides. Top all that off with an SPF 30 or higher and your SPF lip balm. In the evening, use an oil-based cleanser if you're wearing an SPF and makeup. This will really help take it off nicely. And then follow that up with a gentle cream cleanser. That routine is called a double cleanse. Then you're gonna add in your treatment. So apply your retinoid or retinol 2 to 3 times a week in the winter. Don't stop retinoid altogether. That's another huge myth that you have to stop retinoids in the winter. Just decrease the frequency, so use it about 2 to 3 times a week. Follow that up with a hydrating serum, something with hyaluronic acid in it, and then a rich nighttime moisturizer. Within your room and home environment, increase your humidity by investing in a humidifier that provides about 40 to 50% humidity in your air. Switch to lukewarm showers and limit them to about under 10 minutes so we're not stripping all that moisture out of the skin. And then apply moisturizer to your body within 3 minutes of showering. Some budget options for moisturizer include Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream, CeraVe, Vanicream, Neutrogena, The Ordinary, and Aquaphor. All in all, winter does not mean suffering through dry, irritated skin. These 5 mistakes are completely avoidable, and making these changes will transform your skin in just weeks. Remember, your skin's needs change with the seasons, so you really need to adapt your routine accordingly. Don't fight winter, work with it. Which mistakes have you been making? Drop a comment below. I read every one and I'll help troubleshoot your winter routines. Subscribe for more seasonal skincare secrets that will keep your skin healthy all year long.